these lots are for sale back here. Woods, 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 and more woods. The jungle of Florida. I'll take you guys for a little ride this morning on the mini bike. Got one running. A little trail ride. These are all lots back here that never got sold out. Little cul-de-sac here. They never paved it, but they're still for sale. No power back there. There you go, some nice Spanish moss, some old oak trees back here. Pretty cool. Good place for a fort if you were a kid, I guess, huh? Pretty nice out there. See, we're out in the country a little bit. It just doesn't seem like it at my house. Yard sale. Up here. No brakes. Only got the throttle hand working, so got a cameraman with a brake hand. Be a little bouncy, guys. I apologize. It's one street over from my house on the back side of my road. It's what's behind my house. Wood horde, wood horde. So here we go, little mini bike ride, morning cruise, not the usual kind, probably way too bumpy. Ugh. There it is, one Chinese mini bike. Got an aftermarket header there that we made. Both of them got headers, and they're pretty fun. Big wheels. They're a little dirty, a little muddy. We got them really muddy last time. Nobody cleaned them. So they need paint work. You know, they need to be painted up, cleaned up, and all that. I'm not going to press it. The tank that was on this one's totally rusted. Got filled with water. I'm going to try to blast it and pour some of that tank coat in it, and or just try to get another tank maybe. I think the tank coat will probably cost more than a gas tank. I haven't put any tools up yet. Got to clean the shop up today. Sort of chaotic last couple of days, so get out here and start cleaning up, and maybe get some paint on the Nova. Got to put some shocks on the Bronco. We got to make a dry shaft. We got to do some stuff today. Got to get this motor to Greg. So yep, got to work on that a little bit. Had a little oil puddle under it when I moved it, so strainer plate's leaking. I went to tighten the strainer plate, and one of the studs feels like it's coming out of the strainer plate. So we're gonna have to put that back in the stand and put a time cert in the strainer plate stud in it. And yeah, so I'm gonna run it a little more and start it, and before I dump the oil out, I'll start it and let it run on the floor for a couple more hours, and we'll change the oil and adjust the valves and clean it up and loom the wires, and it'll be ready to go to St. Louis. St. Louis, is that where it's going? Or is it going to somewhere else? I don't know. He lives somewhere up there near the Golden Arches. So yeah, that's what's going on. And tried to start my bus the other day and it wouldn't start, so I got to mess with that, see if it's a dead battery or whatever. And I got some cam bearings for the 2-liter. So we might try to assemble that short block here tonight. I don't know. Depends on how much of the bullshit I get done. So I want to work on this a little bit. I want to get the transfer case in there today while Hanz is home. I got to get some shock bolts for the bottom there. And if anybody's got some shock mounts for one of these Broncos, I seem to be missing the front shock mounts. So I had a friend, we were going to do some swapping on this deal. And this truck used to have another Dana 44 in the front with a different gear set, and I sold him the 14 bolt corporate rear end out of it and the Dana 44 that was in the front, and I put this one in there out of the parts truck that I got the 390 out of. But the problem here is that somehow in the swap my shock bolts, or my shock mount is missing. The one in the front of the spring perch on the passenger side is altogether gone, and there's no mounts off the front here. There's got to be some sort of a bracket that bolts here for the 4-shock package, and I got to figure that out. I'm sure it'll rock it with one shock for now. You know, I'm not going to go out and beat the shit out of it, so it should be okay. But I would like to get one of those if anybody's got one. And it's got the holes already right there, so I'm sure it's a bracket similar to the other side. The drag link actually hooks to, or the stabilizer bar hooks to the other side. But anyway, that's where we're at on that. And if anybody needs any parts for one of these, I've got 2 fenders, factory. I've got a factory hood. I've got a new grill. I've got a new insert. So if you need any of that stuff, let me know. I want to get rid of those parts, get them out of my yard. I also have 2 factory doors, and the factory parts are black. I think I'm probably going to use the aftermarket doors. I don't know. I got to see how they fit, and I don't remember the shape of the black ones. So, you know, it's too early to get Hanz up, but I want to get him up and start working on this truck, because I want to get this Bronco done so I can move on to other stuff. But you know, it's one of the pieces of the puzzle that need to be finished in the yard. So once I get rid of that, it'll not get rid of it, but get it running, you know, and get all the pieces together. I can clear all some of this these extra parts. There's the doors. I don't know, the doors are rust free, I might just use those doors instead of the new doors. I might have 2 new doors for sale. Also have an inner fender well for sale, and the hood I'll probably put on because although it's got some surface rust, it doesn't have any no bubblers. And way back down there I have 2 fenders that are standing up against the fence. I'm not going to crawl back there, but they're back there, and they have the trim on them, and they're in decent shape. So yep, that's what so that's what we're going to be doing today. Anybody needs that transfer case, I'm thinking about scrapping it. So if somebody needs one of those, let me know. You know, that would definitely have to be picked up local. It's got a good yoke on it, and I'm going to steal the drive shaft off of this again when Hanz wakes up. So that's where we're at. We're going to use some of this stuff that we got laying around, but the transfer case I got no use for. So I also have a transmission to a C6 that transfer case hooks to right here, but it's bell housing is for FE instead of a 460. So that's what that is right there. It's a good tranny. It needs to be rebuilt. Obviously, it's been sitting around for a while, and the governor's been exposed, but it worked when I dropped it there. Anybody need a cat? Meow, meow, meow. All right, guys, let me shut this off. Get the cleanup started. The Sunday cleanup. Got to clean up the mess from the week, and so we can make a mess again next week. So. Maybe later we'll get the other mini bike running, and we'll get Hanz to go for a ride and have some fun. But till then, you guys have a good day. Push that record button, and I hope everybody's doing good, and we'll talk to you later.